Hello, my friends. Happy day to you. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for continuing to share and like and subscribe and do all the YouTube things, do all the social media things. Comment. Comments are huge for the algorithm of YouTube, for the algorithm of all social media, especially since I talk about things natural health, that those people, those whatever, they don't want us talking about this stuff. So it really matters for you guys to share it. I am always going to be talking about this stuff because I want to see everybody empowered to be in their power, to heal themselves, to heal their families, to heal their own lives. I know that we have the capacity to do that. And empowerment is a huge component of that happening. So that's what I'm here for. Again, do all the YouTube liking, subscribing, sharing situations. And you can support my work through my website where I have an online pharmacy, enchantmentcreekherbs.com. That is where all of my tinctures and my salves, and then soon, come January of 2025, I will be opening my books to do one-on-one sessions once again, which I'm really, really excited about. So today I wanted to do a long overdue talk in person. I've been writing about this for a few weeks now, and I've been researching this and blowing my own mind for a year and a half or so, and I'm in a course, a certification course through the New Biology Clinic with Dr. Tom Cowan to really dive into this new understanding or renewed understanding of what healing, health, and vibrational medicine is. And I'm really lit up about this for so many reasons. I have always been really, really sensitive to the ethereal body, to the things we can't touch, see, or hear, although I can hear them and I see them semi-regularly. I have been obsessed with that because of my countless experiences following my intuition, not following my intuition, and the outcomes that happen on either side. When I follow my intuition, glorious things happen. When I deny my inner knowing, really, really shitty things happen. And the other piece, it's not only just me, but I had a private practice years and years and years ago, and I got so burnt out because I would just soak up everybody's energy, right? I had a really traumatic, early life, and I continued throughout my 30s, so it made me very empathetic, and able to sense and move around other people's experiences and emotions and all of this, and that has been really glorious, and it has also been really devastating. So that made me very sensitive to understanding other people's vibrational body. So fast forward to a couple of years ago, I was getting through meditation and prayer time that it was time to start working with clients again. And I was just like, what? No, I said no to that years ago. I'm happy making plant medicine. I'm happy growing the herbs. I don't need to work with people. And it just kept coming. And again, when I didn't listen to my intuition, what happened, and when I did. So it took a while because I'm stubborn. Yes, I am. It took a while, and I did finally listen. So I started just throwing it out on my stories. on Instagram to my local people, my local friends, community, etc. Like, hey, I'm doing intuitive garden sessions as a medical intuitive. I didn't really even know what that fully meant, but I was trusting that it was time to start putting that out there. So I saw some people I know very well, and I saw their friends who I didn't know at all. And the people that I knew very well, I got to know them on levels that I didn't know at all. And I think we were all pretty shocked, especially like close people. Like, oh, you picked up that thing that I don't think I've ever told anybody before. And strangers were, the people I didn't know who were being referred were just completely like, how? Well, it's that sensitivity, but really what has come, and it's been really cool, because through the last year or so, year and a half, whatever it is, I don't really know exactly, something in that timeline of actually researching and trying to piece together what vibrational medicine, what energy medicine is, energy healing. It is so simple. I think it comes down to two main components, and that is our structured water, the water that is in our bodies. Well, three, let's say three. The resonance between structured water beings, and the third is the electrical magnetic field, the electricity that comes off of our body and every other being on this planet. And that is all it is. So I was getting really frustrated with this like new age situation, and the language I was using was all of a sudden like on a lot of people's tongues, and I was like, but this is weird, because I've known this for a long time, and I know this to be a practical method, and I also know that every single human on this planet is already divinely perfect, is already vibrating, is already able to reach this access point. And yes, some people are going to be more sensitive than other people. Some people are going to have different experiences, like big T trauma that I've experienced. I hope that none of you have experienced. And the big T trauma that I've experienced have made me incredibly sensitive. Your sensitivity levels might be a little lower. They might be in one little piece. And as you begin to practice with it, all of that is going to expand to where you're on the same level as someone who's had a ton of trauma. Sorry, I got a call. So, we all have the capacity. And this new age lingo of raising your vibration and ascending and that's all of this is like, and love and light even. Oh my God, like don't even get me started on that. I totally know. Sorry. It's been really smoky here, and I have been sneezing my head off because we have a wildfire that's not too far away. Anyway, the love and light thing, like, love is the most powerful force in the universe, and we are light beings for sure. And love and lighting people to death is an obscene and very, very like gaslighty situation to people who have experienced deep shadows and deep trauma, and people who are doing shadow work, because a lot of this stuff, clearing our vibrational body, clearing our waters and our resonance, has to do with going into a very deep, scary, dark place. And again, depending on the level of your traumatic experiences, hopefully a very low level, right? But if it isn't deeper, I have faced some things that I hope nobody that I interact ever has to face, you know? And I've talked about that in my mugwort video a little bit, a couple videos back. But this energy healing, energy vibration, and vibrational medicine it has nothing to do with something out there. It has nothing to do with like, oh, I had a bad thought today. Oh, I'm totally never going to ascend. And like beating yourself up about being a human being. Okay? We are already, I want to say this very clearly, you already have in your body, and the body that lives right outside of your body already has the power to vibrate and resonate and heal and do all the magical things, because you were designed by Creator to be that. That is vibrational medicine. And is all it has to do with is the water that your body is built from, the water you're ingesting, the water that comes from the food that you eat. It has to do with the electromagnetic field that is natural and native to the earth, to nature, and therefore to you, to the universe, right? And it has to do with paying attention to the subtleties that are held in those essences, okay, for lack of a better word at this time. Now, it's so simple that our modern life has made it very, very difficult to attain, okay? So, and again, I've been writing about this, so in words, it's all written down. I have references, all the things, for those of you who really want to really dive into this. So, water. City, let's just say municipal tap water is full, saturated with pharmaceutical drugs, chemicals like chlorine and fluoride and all sorts of things, molds and bacteria that are festering in places. I mean, can you imagine what your home, so my home is 1906. The pipes have been definitely like replaced, but not through and through. And imagining what they look like, the ones that have not been replaced, is a disgusting picture to me. The corrosion, the lack of filtration, all of these things. And that is all coming into your body via your showers, your cooking, your baths, and your drinking water, right? And has municipal water helped us, and has water systems and sewage systems helped humans be healthier? Absolutely. And our water, when that was first happening, was mineralized by the earth. It was flowing through copper pipes, and copper helps to not only restructure a vibrational essence in the water, but it also helps to pull toxic metals, heavy metals, out of the water as it flows through. So our water, what it once was versus what it is now, is very, very 180 degrees opposite of how that water comes out of the earth. So that's one piece of the complication of this simple way of living. The other piece is the electromagnetic frequencies, otherwise being talked about as EMFs. And these harmful electromagnetic frequencies, or EMFs, are coming from man-made spaces. So where the earth vibrates at like 30 hertz. So really, really, really low, okay? A microwave, a telephone pole, a Wi-Fi signal, your cell phone, 100 times that. So 100x the 30. And what we know about electricity is, like, if you plug too many things into one breaker, what happens? It blows. That's a flood of a whole bunch of electromagnetic frequencies that breaker cannot handle, and it blows. So, us, humans, plants, animals, etc., all existing on this planet as beings that emit an electromagnetic field naturally. This can be measured, by the way. All of this can be measured. You can measure the radioactivity of your home, you can measure the radioactivity of your body and the earth. All of it is measurable. And because of what we know of electricity, when we as human beings, electromagnetic beings, are exposed to those radioactive, essentially, radiation, microwaves are emitting that. How many of you, like, we grew up with microwaves and my grandma was like, don't stand next to it when it's on. Okay, we're putting our food in there, whatever. Like, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole right now, but that frequency is essentially blowing our breakers. And it is altering the structure of our water. So now we have water with tons of toxicity in it that we're ingesting through our mouth and through our bodies and through our skin, and paired with a whole bunch of non-native electromagnetic fields that are completely distorting the vibrational experience of our human body. Then I'm going to get back into water again, okay? So Gerald Pollack is a doctor. He's out of the University of Washington, which I love, because I'm from Washington. Have nostalgia connected to the Huskies. It's hilarious. But anyway, he has expounded upon, and I'm not going to be able to remember the guy's name. It's a Chinese American-born scientist who has passed away, who started to realize there was possibly a fourth phase of water, okay? We know water as liquid, and we know water as solid, and we know it as vapor. That's the elemental table, right? This fourth phase of water that this Chinese scientist, and he's in my blog, and I'm not remembering his name right now, he was realizing that there was a possibility that water exists in another form. Gerald Pollack, the scientist out of the University of Washington, he dialed in that research to pinpoint a form of water that is not liquid, not solid, not vapor. It is more of like a gel. And the way this has been described to me through Dr. Cowan's work is thinking of Jell-O. Jell-O is water mixed with proteins exposed to heat to create a structured form that is not liquid, not solid, definitely not vapor, right? So that spongy type situation. Gerald Pollack has completely isolated in our organs, in our bodies, in our brains, in our eyeballs, in plants, in the soil, in free-flowing spring water, a form of this fourth phase of water that he has called the exclusion zone, EZ water, structured water. There's lots of different words for it. I like structured water because that puts in my head the structure of Jell-O, okay? So your waters in your body, and Cowan described it this way, like, when you get cut, you bleed, you don't spew water, even though our bodies are made of 70% of water, correct? Correct. That is because the water that's in your body is structured. The blood holds water, for sure, but it comes through as blood if you get cut or have a wound. And you're not gushing water because the water in your body has this gel-like structure to it. It's a structured water system. So back to Pollock. Some of his experiments are like, they're amazing, okay? So something he has done is taken a hydrophilic tube, so a water-loving tube, submersed it into a water, like a bucket or a glass probably, I would imagine. Some sort of structure of water, like in a box, okay? Water, this hydrophilic tube. What begins to happen is the structured water, the gel water, starts to form within the tube. And then the liquid flowing in the middle, which is considered bulk water, it's not structured, starts to flow on its own. You put this box into a metal box, the water stops flowing. You put your cell phone next to that metal box, the water stops flowing. You put your hands on that box like palms, like energy healing would do, the water starts flowing again. You put the box on the ground, on the earth, the water is flowing. You put it next to a cat or a dog or any other like living being that is not polluted by modern society, the water starts flowing within the tube. That is what's happening in our bodies. That is what is attempting to happen in our bodies. And it's attempting to do this, to structure our waters, because of all of the toxicity that we are exposed to. When we are able to reduce our non-native EMF exposure, so microwave radiation, LED lights, synthetic light, cell phone exposure, Bluetooth, like Bluetooth ear things, buds, whatever, I can't. What that will do to your brain is that is submerged in structured water, like the distortion that's happening is devastating to the vitality of your brain. And, you know, Wi-Fi radiation, all sorts of things. And that completely either disrupts that structured water it disrupts the structured water from forming. It disrupts the bulk water, which could be considered our blood, from flowing as freely as it is meant to flow. And that causes a huge ripple effect of non-native vibrational patterns in our bodies. And where all of this research has taken me, where this course has taken me, is to understand more deeply how herbs are actually working in our bodies, why water is so important. Sure, the sun makes vitamin D when it hits our skin, but do you know what it actually also does? It charges the electricity that is held within your structured water. So that was I forgot to go back to that. So let me insert one more piece. I'm sorry it's not as precise as I would like to be, but the structured water, that gel water, and go back to the box example, right? When you have your hands on that box and you're charging the structured water, if you put that box out in the sunshine, you're charging and increasing the capacity of that structured water. It holds a negative electrical charge. The bulk water inside of the tube that's moving holds a positive electrical charge. Those are repelling each other, and that is what is creating movement in that tube. Okay? So stagnation in that structured water means stagnation in the body. It means stagnation in your blood flow, in your lymphatic system. It means stagnation in the electrical current coming off of your brain and your heart, off of your palms, off of your eyes. This is the simplicity of this vibrational medicine, vibrational healing experience. Our structured water is charged and revitalized through sunlight, through pure water, through pure food, through human touch and love, through massage, reflexology, an intuitive healer. And that is the resonance piece, the third piece of this vibrational healing situation. Your vibrational field and my vibrational field, when we are close together, when we are working together, when the practitioner, so when I am reading the vibrational energy experience of another human, that is what is talking to each other. The electricity coming from my heart resonating with the electricity coming from your heart, and they're meeting in the middle. The electricity of your lymphatic system and mine interacting with each other, our blood interacting with each other, our vision, our brains. This is vibrational healing. And the more that and this is still like, I believe this to be true. I don't have any research on this, what I'm about to say, but I believe that this is the future of healing. I believe that this is how we will heal the collective, is through the water, the structured water of nature, through honing in our natural electromagnetic field, and through resonating with each other. Our electrical body can be measured 6 feet away from our physical body. And in the beginning of 2020, what was the rule? How far apart did we have to stay from each other? If you did that. We have no resonance, no strong resonance when we are standing and when we are apart from each other. So we cannot communicate on this subtle field, this ethereal body. We cannot communicate when we are that far apart. And especially, and it will degrade over time as it is chronically held, as it is chronically complied with, standing so far apart from each other. We're picking up on subtleties all of the time. And the more nourishment, the more vitality we offer our bodies, the structured water, our electromagnetic field that is held within our system as a human being, the more we amplify its vitality, the more it's going to resonate and reverberate out through the collective, through the water. And that, my friends, that is vibrational healing. That is vibrational medicine. And there are, as you can tell, like tons of ways to go for practical application of this. And there's tons of things that are out of our control. And the more we know this power, the more we resonate with the natural electromagnetic field of the earth and human beings and plants and animals, the more we resonate with that physical, literal, immense power, the more and more the collective is going to rise above all of the things that are trying to disrupt that power. So I believe, like, even though there's Wi-Fi everywhere, there's Bluetooth in our vehicles, we can rise above all of it and still be a vitally functioning, healthy, vibrant human being and human collective on this planet. So if you made it this far, hell yeah, my friend, I'm so glad you're here. Please share this video. Through resonance alone, anyone who hears this, who understands it on a some sort of soul level, on the ethereal body level, it's going to just keep reverberating out. And there's tons of people talking about this too. I was listening to a podcast earlier. If you tap into Gerald Pollack, I'll try, I don't know, I probably won't, but I'll try and remember to like link all of these things. But they are all linked on my blog, so I'll just link my blog. And the last 3 or 4 articles, can't remember, are all about vibrational healing, and there's tons of links. They are long, just like this video, because there's a lot to discuss. But again, the simplicity of this healing modality is absurd, And it is the way we were born. It's what you were born with this. You were born with this immense power. And is all we have to do is redirect ourselves to it, redirect all the things we can control to it, like what we put in our mouth, what we put in our mind, who we interact with. All of those things are within our control. So go and assess all of those things. And again, like come January, I'll be working one-on-one, and this is the kind of stuff we're going to be diving into. This is the new framework of like, okay, how can I teach you to be as healthy as you can? This is what we're doing. And detox is involved, food is involved, water is involved, meditation, simple meditation, water affirmation, all sorts of things are involved that are quick and easy. And once you find the access to them, they're everywhere. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for listening. And please, please, please like, share, and subscribe, and get on my email list, and check out the blog, and do all the things. Yep. Okay. I'll see you next time.